Hello everyone, this is Ashish Sani from Innovate Yourself. Welcome back to my channel. Once again, I am back with a new video for Python for the beginners. In our today's session, I will show you that how you can use the three most important functions which are available in Python programming, and those are map, reduce and filter. So we will see all about them and we'll understand what exactly those are and how exactly they are helping us to reduce the time of consumption for the execution of any command, and also how faster they can execute the task and what are the techniques for that. So that is all that we will be covering today in this session about the map, reduce and filter. Now let's not waste time and let's get started and let's see how to understand that and how to apply them. So let's see that. Alright, so to understand that, let's do one thing. Let me create a new file over here so that I can show you everything from start. So let me just write a name for it. Alright, map, reduce, filter. So in this script, I will show you first of all like how to use the map function and what exactly map function is used for, right? So for that, let me first do one thing. Let me first mention like map function over here. So what I want to do right now, I just want to show you how to use it. So to explain you that, first of all, let me take one list, right? And suppose right now what I'm having over here is that I'm having a list. In that list I'm having almost 6 elements, like 1 2 3 4 5 6. Now my task over here is that I have to finally display a list in which whatever number I'm having right now, all the numbers should be converted to the square of that number. So this is all that I want to do. And now after listening to this question from whatever we have studied before, from there you must be thinking like, okay, definitely we have to use a loop over here, and with respect to that loop we will be first of all going to each of the element exist over here, and for that particular number we will be applying the square, and then that number will be appended to a new list. And this is the way how you're going to do the same thing, and finally you will get the output as the list of square of all the numbers which you have right now, right? Now if I will say that you don't have to write this much code, you only have to write, let's say, a simple function which is a map function, and with respect to that you will be able to do this within just 2 lines of code. So this is the way how we will be doing it in a very easier way, plus it will be executing all the tasks very faster. So this is what exactly I will be doing right now. Now let me show you how exactly you can use the map function. So to do that, first of all, I am having a map function, and that map function is directly inbuilt in Python. So you don't have to separately call it from somewhere, or you have to install some package and then call it, or you have to create some function, right? So we don't have to do anything. It's already inbuilt, so you can directly call it and use it. So right now I have called map, and over here it is expecting me to pass a function over here on which I will be applying this functionality, right? So first one is function, second one is iterable. Iterable I already have, which is x variable in which I'm having a list of elements, right? So I will be using that, and on all those elements I will be applying one function, and that function is, right now I will be writing a lambda function for that, so that I don't have to create a function separately. And if you don't know about the lambda function, don't worry, I already have created one video on the lambda function, so you can check that video and accordingly you can apply that and understand it, like what exactly I'm doing right now, right? So let me do one thing, like I will be writing a lambda function. I'm putting a variable colon, what will be the functionality, x double star 2, which means I want to do the square of a number, whatever is the number, that is x, and that is coming from this iterable, or let's say from this list. Now put a comma and pass x, because now from this list I will be taking out one element at a time, and on that element I will be applying this functionality, which is x square, or let's say square of the number which I will be taking, right? So this is what exactly I will do. Now let's run it. Alright, so you can see you're not getting anything. Alright, no issues. So definitely I have to, let's say, let me just do one thing. Let me store it in a variable. Let's say output equal to map. Okay, now let's print it. output. Now run it again. Alright, so now you can see when I have run this, you didn't get the output. Instead you have got a mapper function, and instead you can say that is a location where you have your complete data stored. So you have two options now to run this. One is to convert this complete data into a list or a tuple, or you can use the next function to access the element one by one. Currently we don't have to access the element one by one. Instead I will be converting it to the tuple or a list, right? So let me do one thing. Let me convert the output into the list, and for this I will be using a typecasting concept, and on this also I have already created one video. If you have any doubts in that, you can refer that video, and accordingly you can see like how it works and what exactly typecasting is, right? Now let me run it again. So you can see the output is 1, 4, 9, 16, 25, 36. In short, you can simply say whatever number you have in here, we have applied on square of that particular number, right? So on each of the number we have applied the square functionality, and finally you have got the output like this, right? So this is the way how you can use this functionality, and this is the way how you can get the result. Now let me do one thing. Instead, suppose I don't want to create any new function. Now let me tell you what exactly other things that I can do. That other thing can be, suppose these are all the integer numbers, and now I want to convert this number to the float number, or let's say to the string value, right? So this is what I want to do. So in that case I know that I don't have to create any separate function, because I already have that functionality, and that functionality is, let's do one thing. Let's remove this, and over here I will be typing it like, let's say, float. So in short, each value will be picked one by one, and that value will be converted to a float value, and that will be stored in a list. So this is what exactly I will have. Now run it. Now can you see all the numbers are converted to a float number? So this is the way how I can use the map function, and I can get the results for that, right? So this is all about the mapper function, and now I think you know like how you can use the map function, and how you can use the functionality for the map function to perform multiple things with very less number of line of code, right? So this is what I have done. Now let's move to the next thing, and next one is filter, right? So we have filter function, and that filter function is also inbuilt in Python, so you don't have to like install it separately, or you don't have to call it separately, right? So this is about the filter function. Now let me show you how exactly it works. So for this also, let's do one thing. Let me use the same variable, like this is a variable which is a list. Now in here, the functionality that I have to add is that I want to take out all the even values only. I only want to take the even values only, right? Now to do that, over here what I will do, I will simply, let's say, out equal to filter, and functionality that I have to add is that I have to put a condition, and that condition will be to check that whether that number is even or odd, right? If the number is even, then I have to return it. If the number is odd, then I don't have to pass it, right? So let's say true if x modulus of 2 double equal to 0, which means the number is even number, else it will be false. Now why I am putting true or false over here? Because doesn't matter what expression you will pass, but it will only return you the values that you actually have inside over here. So if in case I'm talking about the even values like 2, 4, 6, so in the output if you will return like true or false, whatever value you will have as true, that will be returned in the output. In short, instead of showing the true value, it will return you the value for that particular position. For example, first true is given for 2, so output will be true. Second true is given for 4, so 4 will be the value. Similarly 6. So this is the way how you will get the output, right? And now let me run it again. Let me just print it out. Now run it. Okay, sorry, my mistake. I forgot to pass the data on which I want to apply this functionality. Now run it again. Okay, problem is that I am directly applying this condition, right? Because as you know that here what I have to do is I have to put a function, but I have to put a lambda function, and I forgot to add it, right? Let me add it like this, right? Now you can see lambda x colon. Now the condition is applied on this. Now when I will run it, you will see that you will again get a function, or let's say you will again get a location, and this time the location is for the filter function. So this is what exactly we have, and now again the same thing. To get the result, either use the next function or just do the typecasting. And for typecasting, right now I will be converting it to list. Now let's run it. Now can you see, this time for every number which you have got as true or false, you're not getting the output as true or false. Instead, for that particular location, whatever value that exists on that place, that is being returned to you. So in short, all the even values are returned to you. So this is the way how you can use the filter function. And one more thing, why do we call it as a filter function? So the reason for that is, suppose instead of using the filter function, I am applying the same functionality like map over here. So what you will get, in case I will use the map function over here, you will get this results. In short, false and true, whatever values you have passed or whatever values you have returned in the output, you are going to get those values. But in the filter part, whatever values are like false values, none value, or whatever it is, you are going to remove it. You're going to remove those values. Wherever you will have the false or none value, you will only get the values for those positions which is having a value as true, right? So this is the reason when I use the filter function, wherever I have the true values, wherever I have the true, it is going to give you the value for that. So this is the way how you can use the filter function, right? So this is all about the map and filter function. Now the last one is left, and that last one is reduce, right? Now again over here I have to use the reduce function. Now for that, let's do one thing. Let's again use the same list, because I can use the same thing over here. Now this time your reduce function is used to finally give you the output. It will not return you any list or something. Instead, it will return you some output. Now for example, if I have to use the reduce function, and in that reduce function, my functionality is that I have this data, and on this data what I want to do is I want to do the addition of all the numbers. Addition of all the numbers is like this: 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 plus 5 plus 6. In short, it is not going to do like this. It is going to do in this way, like x and y. Like first two values are x and y, which is x equal to 1 and y equal to 2. Similarly, whatever will be the output for this, like x plus y, like 3 is now x and 3 is now y. So 3 plus 3, 6. Now 6 is a new value, so x is 6 and 4 is your y. So 6 plus 4, 10. So this is the way how it is going to work. Now the same functionality I have to apply over here for the reduce function, right? So to do that, let me do one thing. Let me just pass it like reduce. Now can you see over here, when I have written reduce, it is showing me some error. It is underlining it. That means reduce is directly not inbuilt in Python, or you can say this reduce function is directly not inbuilt in Python. Instead, if you want to use it, then you have to import it. So you have to import this name. So let me click on here. I have to import it from function tools. So I will be importing it over here. So based on this, a new line will be added over here, which is this one. So let me pass it here, right? Okay, so I am passing it here. Now to do that, I will be using the same functionality. Here also it will ask you for a function plus the sequence, or let's say the iterable. So here let me pass the lambda function. Lambda function is like x comma y colon. Now the functionality that I want to add is to add all the values x plus y. Now comma, put a comma and put the iterable, and the iterable is x. So this is the way how I will be doing it. Now let's say out1 equal to, and now print out1, right? So this is the final functionality that I have done. Now, as I explained that here I will be picking up the values in the form of x and y. So whatever is the sum of this first data, that will be updated in x, and the second value will be updated to y, and based on that, whatever is the result, you will be getting that. So this is going to give you the final result. Now when I will run it, you will see you will have the output as a direct value. This time you will not get any list, and that's the reason you will not get any location. So that is why you are directly getting up the value, and this value is the sum of all the values that you have in here, right? So this is how we can do it. Similarly, if I will increase this, you will see like this. Similarly, suppose this time I want to do the multiplication of this, so I can do it in this way, right? So can you see, now you have the output. Now this is the way how you can get the result. This is the way how you can get the output for the map, reduce and function. And I think now you know like why you should use map, why you should use filter, and why you should use reduce. So these are all the functionalities of these things, and these are the very unique and the very basic techniques which you should know when you will be using Python, because these are the techniques that will help you reduce a lot of time of execution when you will start writing the code, and also it will reduce the number of line of code as well. So this is all about the map, reduce and filter, and now I hope everything is clear to you. But still, if you are facing any difficulties in understanding any of the topic, feel free to leave a comment below in the comment section. And also, if you have any feedback for us, feel free to leave a comment over there. And also, if you have liked this video, do click on the like button. And if you are new to our channel and if you haven't subscribed to our channel yet, do click on the subscribe button so that you do not miss any videos from our channel. And also, you can press the bell icon if you don't want to miss any updates from our channel. So that is it for today. Chill then, bye bye and happy learning.